so what are y'all doing? Alright, so it's the weekend, or at least that's when I'm recording this. On Friday, I have no idea when y'all gonna see this. If you wanna see all the videos early, make sure you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression so you won't miss anything. Also, we have podcast episodes over there for you every single week, every single Tuesday. You already know what it is. Now, just a couple of topics, nothing too crazy. First, we can start out with Chloe, why not? She posted this on her Twitter and was just like the calm before the storm. That was the caption. So I'm just like, I don't know what you got planned, mamas. I don't know what you got planned, mamas, but we are going to need it expeditiously, no TI. Okay, we're gonna need it right now. She did an interview. This is actually, I think, where the picture came from. She did an interview with In the Know, and in the interview she talked about a lot. She talked about the ups and downs of life, being vulnerable in her music, being confident in general, being confident in her body, like what it's like to navigate the industry as a young black woman with curves, like all of that, like went into a lot of detail. But I wanted to read y'all this, okay? So the interviewer said, like she asked Chloe, and her name is Elaine, I know how close you and Halle are, but were there any downsides to having entered this industry with a sibling? And Chloe said this, there were no downsides on our side, but I will tell you what annoys me a lot. I hate when people online constantly try to compare my sister and I. It is the most shallow, most disturbing thing. It was very off-putting to know how people would try to put two young black sisters who love their craft so much and love each other so much, how they try to pit them against each other just because they're different in some ways. So that's the only downside. So it's just like, I don't know, I told y'all, like everybody told y'all, just stop, just leave their asses alone. The sisters are doing their damn thing and they're damn good at it. So yeah, Chloe said, leave that bullshit outside. Don't bring it around me or else. And the or else really means that Halle will get active. It's really no problem for Halle to roll out in the black trucks if necessary, so. HBO is apparently coming out with a new branch of the Degrassi franchise, all right? Now, let me just read this shit. First of all 14 seasons of Degrassi The Next Generation are coming to HBO Max this spring, obviously because they're gonna reboot some shit. And this is coming from Variety. So the new Degrassi thing that they have going on is basically 10 episodes. Over 10 episodes, Degrassi will chart the painful high school experience of self-discovery by following a group of Toronto students and faculty coping with events that both bring them together and tear them apart. Degrassi is set to debut in 2023. And some people are saying Degrassi The Next Generation, like that's already free on YouTube to watch, but the fact that they're gonna be putting that shit on HBO, like I'm definitely gonna be revisiting certain episodes. I wanna see what give me Marco, give me that whole Marco and Dylan story, like I just wanna see it again, like it's gonna be so nostalgic. I cannot wait, but I just wanna see what they're gonna do with this new reboot, especially because they already have Euphoria, so it's like, I don't know. With me, I don't know. I see Euphoria and Degrassi in two different lights. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason to me, Degrassi The Next Generation, like the one that I used to watch, you know what I mean? It just felt like, I don't know. Some people said that Euphoria is forced, and I don't think Euphoria is forced. I think it just tells a very different story. But Degrassi felt more like the kind of experiences that, even though it was still drama, it was still a lot of bullshit going on, but Degrassi kind of felt closer to home for me, I would say. You know what I mean? Like you could see those things happening, at least at my high school. Euphoria seems to me like that's the kind of experience that I just did not have access to it when I was in high school. But I just feel like Degrassi, even though there was a lot of shit going on as well, like it was just, for me, it hit closer to home. There were things that I could see myself or people around me when I was in high school really dealing with. But bitch, yeah, Euphoria is some other type of, I'm still gonna watch though. And a lot of people are just like, okay, well, y'all should have a crossover event. And I cannot, can you imagine a crossover event between Euphoria and Degrassi? Like it needs to be either like a big game or big pep rally or something, you know what I mean? or somebody said a dance, like a school dance, or something, and just like let all hell and chaos break loose. I would love to see that. But either way, it just made me think about Degrassi. It made me think about them days when I was like in school and felt like I was the only homo that was on campus, you know what I mean? And Degrassi showed me all these stories, and it handled a lot of issues, I think, very well, especially for its time, you know? I think it did a good job. So yeah, I'm just curious to see what it's given. A lot of people are just like, hope it's not like the Gossip Girl reboot. I was just like, I don't know. I don't watch Gossip Girl, I don't know. But yeah, that's the TV news. Well, there's more TV and film news, all right? Listen to this. Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and South Park co-creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker are set to produce an untitled comedy. Just listen to this shit, man. The film, and I want to know what y'all think about this shit. The film follows a black man interning as a slave reenactor at a museum who discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. Deadline says the film, penned by Vernon Chapman, will see the past and present come to a head when a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his ancestors. Lamar and Free are producing for PG Lang with Stone and Parker for Park County. While production is set to kick off this spring, it seems at present that a director has not been attached. With the people who did South Park, and it's gonna be Kendrick Lamar, it's gonna be a slave and his white girlfriend with your slave owning ancestor. It's just like, and it's a comedy. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like, it's just, okay. You know what? It seems to me in the same vein as when Dan and Dave were just like, hey, we're gonna do a show about what if the Confederates won the fucking Civil War? It's just like, for what purpose? It's not giving. Like, where are the niggas on dragons and with casting spells and shit? Like, I'm tired. And then these people are gonna be the showrunners. It's just like, for what reason? What are we gonna get out of this? It's just going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. Well, it's not going to leave any taste in my mouth because I'm not watching that shit. I think that some people are going to be like, well, you just need to give it a chance. You ain't even seen the shit yet. It's supposed to be a comedy. It's not that serious. Girl, it's tired. It's boring. We're bored. If not for any other reason other than, oh my God, again, a fucking again.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
You can't come up with something new, something different. You can't come up with something else? Can you come up with something else? I'm not seeing where this is really giving anything other than tired and regurgitated. So if you have any other perspective, you can definitely leave it in the comments, but it's just, I don't know. So hopefully by now you will have seen the video that I did talking about Jamie Lynn's weirdo interview on ABC with Good Morning America. If not, you will see it later on. But yeah, I just wanted to follow up on that because apparently Britney had responded, because I personally thought that was really weird that Jamie Lynn was over here on a fucking interview talking about this book that she's gonna sell, this memoir called Things I Should Have Said. It felt really weird. It felt really weird for her to go up on there. Oh my God, I'm just like, but yeah, no, I should have said things before, and yeah, my sister. It felt weird, and obviously Britney felt a way about it too, because she wrote a bunch of shit on this Notes app and like put it on Twitter and I think other social media platforms as well, but I mean, she first starts off talking about how she feels like she definitely had a fever or whatever. And I'm just like, sis, you might want to get tested because this Omicron is not playing with anybody. But she goes on and said, like, some of the things she said it was actually kind of nice having a fever so high because I had to surrender to not caring. She said, Jamie was never around me much 15 years ago at that time, so why are they even talking about that unless she wants to sell a book at my expense? Really? Then where the lady mentioned, why did she accuse you of doing remixes to her songs? I know it may sound like a silly thing to most people, but I wrote a lot of my songs and my sister was the baby. She never had to work for anything. Everything was always given to her. Hope your book does sell well, Jamie Lynn. My family ruined my dreams 100 billion% and tried to make me look like the crazy one while I have a 104-degree fever, not being able to move in bed. My family loves to pull me down and hurt me always, so I am disgusted with them. So I don't know. Like I said, I did that video. If y'all seen it yet, I don't know yet, but I did that video just saying how it felt so weird to see Jamie Lynn up there just like selling a book off her sister's page. Like, you didn't say anything out of how many years that she was going through this shit, and now when it's time for you to sell a book, or it's just, it felt so weird. So I don't know. Britney feels the same fucking way. It's really shiesty. It comes off as shiesty, and she felt the same. So I don't know. Obviously, like, I was on the money with that shit, and Jamie was trying to run off on the plug twice with Britney money. So I don't know. And lastly, just real quick, Queen Lizzie, I don't know, maybe they have literally sat her ass up from wherever she's been laying down for the past how many months? I don't know, girl. They just literally lifted her up, and I guess, you know how you have puppet strings and shit. They did that shit so that she could sign off on this particular, look at this shit. With the Queen's approval, like I said, they probably used some type of puppet string, puppeteered her fucking hand to sign off on the document. With the Queen's approval and agreement, the Duke of York's military affiliations and royal patronages have been returned to the Queen. The Duke of York will continue not to undertake any public duties and is defending this case as a private citizen. Now, if you're wondering what the hell is going on, Prince Andrew of Britain was stripped by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, of his military affiliations and royal patronages as he continues fighting a New York lawsuit that accuses him of sexually abusing an underage girl while she was enthralled to sex criminal Jeffrey Epstein. The accuser claims she had sex with Andrew at the direction of Epstein's procurer, British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, who we all know also got recently as well for all that fucked up shit. So it's like, it's just so funny to watch like all that shit like work, like the politics and other things like at the highest levels of societies and governments. It's like, my mom, y'all knew this shit was going on. Suddenly you stripping that shit now when New York say, hey girl, guess what? We have our hand steadily glued and fastened onto your wig. Now y'all are like, oh girl, take all that shit away from him, girl. You on your own, sweetie. That's what Lizzie said to Andrew. That's what Lizzie said. She said, you know what? Give me back all that military shit. Give me all the colonization badges back, bitch. Give me back these colonizer participation fucking awards back, bitch. You are on your own. I don't know what to tell you, girl. We turned a blind eye while you were going through all that shit. But now we have no choice but to, suddenly act like, oh my God, suddenly we see this information now. Oh my God, how did that happen? Give me the shit back. Give me that shit back. So it's just, I don't know. There's just no telling how much dirt and grime is embedded in these fucking high society, groups of people, politicians and rich motherfuckers. Like, there is no telling. So it's almost like, well, bitch, these people are just almost like, well, bitch, you should have had your fun. You should have did that shit discreetly. But now that it's all in the open, bitch, give me back all that military shit. Give me back your motherfucking name. You cannot say your Royal Highness anymore, bitch. None of that shit. Go and try to see if you can survive it. I don't know. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Either way, thought I would just let y'all know about that. On that note, thank you so much for watching. I love y'all so much. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.